Hello. So I'm still feeling high anxiety and feeling panicky, and it's now I think it's Friday, January 2nd, 2021 at 12:31 a.m. So I turned off the loud that bathroom fan because it started to get louder, and that I was afraid that some something bad would have happened. So I kept on. I was using. It started to sound worse, but I was using that to try to filter out the outside noise harassment without having to use this. But I can hear people's loud TVs. Um, I can hear their TVs without the thing on, because now this is what it sounds like. Hold on. Because when I was in the other room last year, a couple of months ago, the um the sound of the bathroom fan sounded smooth and clear. But this one, y'all already know how it sounds, but it's gotten louder and gotten worse. It started to get louder and worse. So even though this is a loud, irritating noise, but I felt like it was the lesser of two evils of the rest of the, trying to block out outside noise without having to, use extra battery for my MP3 player. So, and also me trying to let my ears breathe. Since, I took a shower not long ago, and oh, did that shower feel so good, because of the idea that me trying to stretch the little money that I have left and stuff like that. So I don't know. For the first time, I'm feeling like irritated, because I used to use 91% rubbing alcohol to clean everything I touch with my OCD a lot back when I was living in Los Angeles for 4.5 years. So now, for some reason, my respiratory system is feeling a little irritated. I tried to even hold my breath sometimes, but I used to use that 91% alcohol all the time and didn't have any breathing problems or feeling poisoned or nothing like that. But me trying to clean and sanitize, wipe down, it helped me feel better. Not because I'm afraid of COVID, but because of my OCD, and I've been like this for years. Um, because of foster care abuse, and then when I got raped, the OCD got worse. But um, so I'm just feeling high anxiety and trying to avoid panic attacks. And oh, my Tourette's must be kicking in. Me having tics because of my uncontrollable eye blinking must be from stress. Um, but been having difficulty trying to express and articulate my emotions and feelings. And just I say it all the time now. I'm tired of being made to feel like everything I do or say is wrong, and people treating me like a punished child. And if you know if I get like wrongfully banned from a website, I mean, well, if somebody wants to condemn me, it seems like if they're mad at me about one post, then everything I post, they will try to punish me for everything I say. And I'm like, I can't be wrong for everything I say. You know, I can't even have online fellowship with other so-called Christians. And so I don't know. I'm just, you know, feeling high anxiety and having nobody to talk to, or no, basically nobody to talk to who will be supportive and understanding and listen to me and give supportive, advice that help ease my mind and help me feel better. And just can't even process. I mean, as I said, there's always some stressor that's keeping me from getting to relax and have a respite or a break here. And I didn't even really go anywhere today, just went to do laundry, and I ended up with heavy online mobbing and attacks on and abuse on more than one website. I said today, it's now I should say yesterday, because excuse me, it's now past midnight. But I haven't done this in a long time, but I mean, an urge came across my mind to and go to the snack machine and buy two candy bars and eat them and feel, eat the stress away. But I haven't done that in a long time. But I didn't go out and do it, but I was tempted. But I told myself I'm not going to do it. Um, and I also have the strong urge to want to go eat at Denny's. But, not going to go and do it. At least not today. So I'm feeling like the unflavored oatmeal up in there. I feel like I don't want to eat it, but um, I think I have two last medium sized tortillas left, and I'm gonna eat. I guess about one or two peanut butter tacos, and I'm out of the out of those little healthy meatballs, the organic meatballs. And I think supposedly the last of the chicken will be eaten today. And I had already had 2 packs of salmon this week. And some people try to tell you how much you should limit your fish consumption, or something like that. Um, if, if you should limit your fish consumption to like 2 or 3 times a week. They said about fish, beans, and peanut butter, and certain other foods. But then certain fruits and vegetables they recommend to be eaten every day. um, so I know that I'm scheduled to leave on the 28th. So, um, I guess the further in advance that I ask, you know, that's the further in advance that I ask, I mean, I guess I figure I can get a little more help to stay here longer. Um, because it's supposed to be beautiful and nice, but with some on and off rainy days, throughout the next 7 days or throughout the next week. And then the day that I'm supposed to be scheduled to leave, it's supposed to rain and then be back to it's supposed to rain and then be back to being very, very cold again in the 30s and 40s. And Biden lied about the stimulus checks. He lied just to get in office, but we know they all crooks and liars and everything like that. So, now people are quiet like crickets. I thought that he was supposed to sign off on the stimulus checks the day that he got in office, and that we were supposed to receive the 1,400 this week. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So I don't know, but I really do not like to be having to ask people for money or ask people for help and stuff like that, because I just hate being a burden. And with this gang stalking program, they just want you to look as miserable and sorry as they can, as they can make you, when you wish for something better. And as I said, me having a college degree, people don't believe that I'm blacklisted and unemployable. And then it seems like you can't get help from Christians, because so-called Christian churches that have, Masonic devil worshiping churches that have a fake hypocritian front, can't go to them. They will physically try to block you from trying to, seek help or assistance or anything like that, or any financial donations. But it's okay for the greedy pastors to drive around in whatever luxury car, hyper luxury car, and then, I mean, no way in hell should a so-called pastor have all these nice things and then allow the poor and homeless attend your congregation, and you won't do shit for them, and they actually worshiping you as the pastor and not God himself. I'm sorry. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that with the straw. So, you know, since I still don't have a final answer on housing, I need all the help I can get. And the idea with the COVID-19, you know, I don't even want to take my chances with traveling. Not because I'm scared to get a disease or scared to get a virus, but because, the forced mask wearing. Um, and, just trouble everywhere, you know. So that's why I'm not taking any chances on wanting to, I feel imprisoned, like I can't freely travel like I want to, or basically if I can't freely go move out of town somewhere, because you know if people can't tell you who to serve as God, but at the same time they can force mental health on you, they can force their cult beliefs on you, they can force mental health, I said mental health already. Yeah, they can force mental health, their cult beliefs, they can force a mask on you, and whatever they want. Um, but it seems like, you know, the New World Order people will try to force. What y'all gonna do then? People will try to force you to worship Satan and not allow you to worship Jesus. And they will make it like as if Jesus Christ and his followers have no place in the new world order, so we end up being killed. So and I just, hate to walk around with people judging and condemning me like as if they're God, and then, making it like as if I'm the most despicable, crazy human being ever, and that, I'm just a clown who can't be taken seriously the way they try to make things out to be. And, you know, as I said, it wasn't my intent to try to shove beliefs down people's throat. And the reason why I keep repeating myself, because it seems like I'm afraid people. I'm afraid that I didn't express myself clearly enough, or I'm afraid that people might not believe me or take me seriously. When I was just trying to say that I was appalled that so-called Christians, telling me that people have a right to serve Satan, but you know, I finally have, feeling clear about, the choice to worship Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that it wouldn't be authentic or your real feelings if you were coerced, so, but I never said I was trying to coerce anybody into worshiping Jesus or anything like that. I don't try to do that. But people took me the wrong way, and that's why I keep explaining myself over and over again, hoping that y'all can understand where I'm coming from or what I'm trying to explain, what I'm trying to say. But all you gotta do is share truth with the brainwashed person, and they automatically jump down your throat and falsely accuse you of sharing beliefs. Trying to falsely accuse you of shoving beliefs down your throat when that's not what you're trying to do. But I don't like people, destroying me in the name of whatever false god that they want to worship. You're depriving my freedoms and rights in the name of the false god that you want to worship, and then try to force me to. Don't you try to make it like you got the authority to make it like as if the only way for me to have a freedom and a right to have food and a job, husband, kids, car, whatever, a place to live, is if I, join you in your Satan worship and going to hell. I'm not gonna gain the whole world and lose my soul. So yeah, I still feel like I didn't explain myself clearly enough, but I think I'm just not gonna. I just hope I explain myself. Sorry if I keep sounding repetitive, but I didn't want people to think that I go around, because that's what the fake perps and the fake TI perps would try to, falsely accuse me of going around trying to shove my beliefs down people's throat, and which that's not what I'm trying to do. But y'all trying to force shove y'all fake perp beliefs down my throat. Isn't that what you're trying to do? you know, if they're trying to get me to sell out, trying to get me to become a perp, and if they want you to have a day so bad that if you're already having a rough day, and then they want to take advantage of attacking you even worse. If I were to become a perp, or if I were to sell out, in which I will not, that wouldn't make Star 15K and leave me alone. I think that if I'm not welcoming all these other communities, they just want to set me up to go to hell, you know? So, what if I ended up, I'm just saying a what if scenario. I will not do this, but what if I were to, sell out and become a perp, but then I'm excluded and nobody accept me in a damn perp community? I'm not taking my chances on doing that and then go to hell, because I heard that the handlers don't care about the perps, and their handlers don't even care about them, and the devil cares about none of us. But trying to share the truth, it seems like just trying to share the truth is people hate it so much that just sharing the truth is equal. They want to equate that with Bible thumping or shoving beliefs down people's throat, that when that's not what you're trying to do. um but we're trying to do what our God commands, to spread the gospel and share the gospel. But it seems like they try to make like Satanism supposed to take over, and this world is so satanic that the majority of places you're not allowed to go and spread the gospel. And then the same people question God and say that, why does God allow children to be abused? Why does God allow this? Why does God allow that? But you're the same one who's saying people have a right to worship Satan. But then you question, why does God allow so much evil? You know, so but I guess, if a person chooses to serve Satan, you know, then they get mad and blame God for not rescuing or helping them. So I don't know. I don't have any counselor to talk to. I mean, Jesus is the big, wonderful counselor. But, no, I don't want to deal with mental health system, but people can force that down my throat. I mean, people can try to control how I dress or wear my hair. If I wanted to try to practice and put my own braids in my hair, a narcissistic abuser would get mad and scream at me and forcefully order me to take out the braids. When I'm a grown woman, I did this with my own money, my own time, and my own money and everything. So if my braids look goofy, I'm not hurting anyone, but I have to, at their orders, obey what they say and take my braids out. So and then end up being like 12, 13 years younger than me, and I have to follow their orders and do what they tell me to do. And I'm 37 years old. What if I want to exercise my right to look goofy? Nah, I don't want to do that. But I don't. Or they will falsely accuse me of trying to get attention. You know, when that's not what I'm trying to do. If I just try to practice braiding my hair, or try to practice being creative, or trying to just learn a new skill and get condemned for it. And they go to me telling somebody that they have no business to do something. That sounds like stronger than saying no, that you don't have a right. Like you have less rights than not having a right. That you have totally no right to do something. So, I mean, narcissistic abusers or narcissistic control freak, fake friend, or whatever would tell me I have no business doing this or that, and I'm not hurting anyone. Or if I get told that I have no business going out there to the snack machine and getting a chocolate candy bar, but if somebody a perp wanted to rev their raggedy truck at if they want to rev the truck up at 3:15 in the morning, they'll say, and they don't live on this property, then the narcissistic person will say that they have every right to do that, and you can't stop them, or you can't make them stop. Well, you can't tell me how to you can't stop me from driving a car. You can't stop me from working a job. You can't stop me from going to the beach, getting married, having kids. None of that. So, I get frustrated and agitated about being there's hypocrisy and double standards, and being treated unfairly, like as if I have less rights than others. I mean, last year when Alex ran me out of Pensacola, well, I mean, I was crying and emotionally breaking down, saying that, it's like everybody has rights but me. And people act like as if they hardcore want me to eliminate it off of the face of this earth, and they want me to go to hell so bad, but they act like they're right want everything that they do and say is right, and everything I do or say is wrong. And I deserve more punishment the more I try to, you know, defend my rights and stuff like that, you know. So I wanted to keep talking more, but I know that pretty soon they're gonna cut off my video because of storage space on my phone. Plus, you know, I have to save room, hoping that there wouldn't be any more harassment, but in the middle of the night. But so, I mean, I'm sorry if I sounded repetitive or kept talking about the same thing, but I just kept on, you know, talking about it until my worry goes away, and just me having panic attacks and stuff. I'm just trying to help myself to feel better by talking it out rather than holding my emotions in and then lashing out in this room and stuff like that, you know. So before I go, I wanted to please ask, you know, anything helps. If y'all wanted to donate anything to help me stay longer than the 28th, and it's supposed to be colder, and you know, they want, the new rule is they want you to pay 3 nights at a time. I can't do one extra night anymore. So thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the help. I love y'all, and bye bye.